Hello, Mridula, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, any problem to anybody so far? We have already completed 2 exercises of this statistics.
No, ma'am.
No,
Yes, Mehraj, any problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so this chapter is easy. There is no such, I think, it's easy to understand. So let's do exercise number 14.3 today. And as mentioned on the CPSC syllabus, so only bar graph is in your syllabus, okay? So you don't have to do histograms and frequency polygons. So in this exercise, there are only 3 questions which are of bar graph, and rest of the questions are on histogram. So we will do only 3 questions from this exercise. All right?
okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Hmm. And please check, like, is this the same syllabus which is followed in your school also? Please let me know if your ma'am is doing rest of the questions also. So is this chapter over in your school?
Yes, ma'am.
So how many questions she did from this exercise?
Ma'am, I did only 4.
Only 4. I think the 4th question is also of, sorry, histogram. Yes.
Ma'am, in the fair notebook, we have done only 3 questions.
Yeah, see, the 4th one is on histogram. So I think only 3 are on bar graph.
Yes,
So,
ma'am. So
oh,
for
hmm,
just an explanation and
hmm,
an idea about histogram, he
hmm.
teaches.
Yeah, she must have given you some idea, but anyway, it's not going to come in your exams. Okay. So we will do it in the next classes, or after winding up the syllabus, we can do it. Now, with the help of the question itself, I'm going to tell you how to make a bar graph. So this is the first question. I have pasted it here. So it says, so there will be two things which will be given to you. So one is the on which parameters, and then the data related to that parameter will be given to you. Okay, so in this question, it is given a survey conducted by an organization for the cause of illness and death among the women between the age 15 to 44 in years worldwide found the following figures. So it is female fatality rate is given. So what is fatality rate, Miraj? What do you understand by fatality rate? Hamna, Mridula, what do you understand by fatality rate? Okay, so you will start your Google now, right? See,
Ma'am, I
no.
don't know.
Okay, so tell me if you don't know. Why are you sitting silent, all of you? Please unmute your mic. I really don't like this when you all mute your mic and sit in the class like this. Unmute your mic, all of you. Okay, fatality rate means the death rate. Okay, so these are the reasons because of which the women dies between the age 15 to 44. So the first problem is reproductive health conditions. So 31.8% of women die because of this. This cause, right? So next is neuropsychiatric conditions, injuries, cardiovascular condition, respiratory conditions, and other conditions. So you can say that the data itself, you can see that reproductive health conditions makes a huge contribution among the female fatality rate. Anyway, so it is given that represent the information above given above graphically. So we are going to represent it with the help of a bar graph. So first of all, you will require a graph paper to do this question. Okay. So here I'll make use of the grid, but you are going to do this question on a graph paper. All right. All of you. So,
Okay, ma'am.
okay. So first I'll make 2 scales. It's not possible to draw the straight line, but you will draw it with the help of a scale. Okay. I'm trying my best to draw. Anyway. So let's say this is one straight line and this is another straight line. And I'll try to consider this grid as my graph. So this is what I can best draw here. I think I can draw a line also, isn't it? Wait. Yes, okay. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, let me just give me a minute. I'll draw it again. Okay, so let me just draw it here. right from here to here I'm drawing, and then from, sorry, okay, and then from all right, see, these are my two x's. Now on the left axis, I'm going to write female fatality rate. So you will write it like this: female fatality rate, which is given to you in percentage. Okay, so mention it like this. Now on the left side, I'm going to write causes. So what are the causes? Now, first thing, to make a bar graph, please stop writing. Please try to understand it, then you can draw it. So first thing in the bar graph is, you see what is the range of your data. So your minimum value you can see is 4.1 and it is going like around 32, fine. So on your vertical scale, you should get something around 32 as the highest value so that you can plot everything. So okay, I consider from here, like 2 blocks, I'm considering 1 unit. Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I can plot it like this. If I make a 0, then 2, 4, 6, then here 8, 10. Can you see my grid, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 14, 16, 18, and 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and 32. Okay, that's good. So it fits our values. So we don't need higher values than this because the last is 31.8. So now, important thing. So you have to mention like how much your 1 unit is equal to. I mean, this part, how much is this equal to? Now, mm, here, my 1 unit, you write here that 1 unit is equal to how much? 2%. Can you see there's a difference of 2 everywhere?
Yes, ma'am.
So we are taking it at a gap of 2, 2, 2, 2. So 1 unit means 2%. So if you move from one number to another, like you're moving from 6 to 8, so there's a difference of 2%. So your 1 unit is equal to 2%. This is very important to mention. Always mention your scale. Okay. Now, the first value, okay, look at the first one, reproductive health condition. So it is up to 31.8. So now here you have 30 and you have 32. So that means this point is your 31, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so this is 31. I'm just writing it here for your understanding. This is 31. So now between 31 and 32, how will you plot 31.8? Now look here carefully. This is something rough I'm doing here. You don't have to do it. This is one block of on your graph paper, let's say. Okay. So basically it is divided into 10 equal parts. One is the middle line. Then you again have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 lines here. So that means if this is 0 and this is 2, okay, I'm using this much, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that means uh, you have, so 2, like this 1 unit is equal to 2 and there are 10 gaps in between. So divided by 10, so 1 gap is equal to 0.2. Fine, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. So
ma'am.
basically it means that next is 0.2, then you have 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and then you get 1. Okay, 1.0. So then you will get 1.2, 1.4, 1.6. Sorry, I'm just moving outwards, 1.8, and the next you will get 2. So basically this is the division of, one block of the graph. Understood?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah. You can write this thing at one corner. 2 divided by 10 is equal to 0.2. Like for your understanding, you can just write it somewhere that your one small gap means 0.2. Or you can even draw this if you want as a side note. You can draw it for your understanding, right?
Yes.
Okay. So are you writing or should I make the graph first? Yes, tell me, should I make the graph first or you are writing?
I'm writing.
So do you have a graph paper right now?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't have, please mark it properly in your copy. You can use your pen for the time being, but later on you have to draw it on a graph paper.
Ma'am, I'll bring and come.
Sure, just quickly come. Yes, Mridula, do you have a graph paper with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Just let him come. I'll start the graph then. Yeah, Miraj, have you come?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so please let me know. Right, so first is see reproductive health condition, that is 31.8. Okay, so here is your 31, 32. Then on the graph paper, you see the last line here. Okay, so up to this height. And what we will do is we leave this first gap, we will leave empty. We will not draw here. We will leave this much part empty. Then from this line, we are going to start. All right.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So I'm just making the base first of all. So from here to here, I'm going to make my bar graph. So this is the base of my bar graph. Okay. Use your scale, don't draw such lines. So it will fall up to something here. So use your scale and draw a line from here to the base of your bar graph. And then again, use the second line here. So, okay. And then again, use a scale to join the top of this, right?
Yes.
So this is my first bar graph, and simultaneously start writing. Okay, otherwise you will make mistakes. So first you have drawn reproductive health condition. So immediately write inside this reproductive health condition. So that means this first paragraph indicates reproductive health conditions. See, there is no fixed way of writing. You can draw, you can write inside the bar also. You can write it here. If you have space, you can write it here, reproductive health conditions. Okay. So there is no standard way of writing. You can write it here. I'm not able to write properly. You can write if you can. Okay. Or you can write inside the bar also. There is no problem. You can write on the top of the bar also. Again, there is no problem. There is no standard way of writing it. Okay. You just have to make your data present. I mean, you have to present it so that people will be able to understand it by looking at your bar graph. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So first we have drawn. Now move to the second. So next is neuropsychiatric condition, and which is say 25.4. So yeah, where's my pen? I lost my pen. Okay, it's here. Fine. So neuropsychiatric condition 25.4. So here you have 24, 26. So this is your 25, right? Now move 2 blocks upwards. So 24.2, 24.4. So I think something around here you should get. See on your graph. So yeah, now there is one thing, please remember, we will keep the width of the bar equal everywhere, and also we will leave equal gaps in between. So I have leave like 2 blocks here. So again, I'm going to leave 2 blocks here, and from here to here is the base of my next bar graph. All right,
Okay.
same width. Okay. So here is 25.4. With the help of a scale, you draw it and just join the lines with the help of your scale. So draw it like this. Okay, so this is the second, which is neuropsychiatric condition. So immediately write inside it. Neuropsychiatric condition. Done, all of you?
No,
Now,
ma'am.
please, Miraj, speed up. There are 2 more questions. We have to finish them quickly. Right now, you can draw a bit rough. Later on, you can draw it properly, isn't it? You can use your scales, etc. later on. Just quickly draw it with the help of a pencil right now.
Ma'am, done.
Okay. All right. Next, see injuries. So injuries means 12.4. So again, where is my 12.4? So here is your 12. So just move 12.2, 12.4. So something around here you should get. So this will be the base this time. And 12.4 will be something like here. Use your, so can you do this thing on your graph paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, as I told you here, just move like this. So one is 0.2, then 0.4, 0.6, 0.8. So similarly, you will move 12.2, 12.4, 12.6, 12.8. Right, Miraj?
Yes,
Hamna
ma'am.
or Mridula?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Again, just use your lines. I'm just drawing it very quickly. Now you all draw yourself the remaining bar graphs. So this time I'm just making it rough. So injuries, immediately write injuries here. Okay, next cardiovascular condition 4.3. So this is my 4. Now 4.3. Now look carefully. This is not an even number, 4.3. So you will have it like this. Okay, see Miraj, you will have it like this. Now here, let's say you have 4. Okay, next you will have 4.2. Next you have 4.4. So somewhere between 4.2 and 4.4 will be your 4.3, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, all of you. Yeah. So look very carefully in your graph paper because you have not mentioned 4.3. So just find out where it is, and then it should fall something like, I think this is your 4 and something around here it should be. Then use similar width of the bar graph and draw it like this. Use your scale. I'm just drawing it like here. So this is cardiovascular conditions. Cardiovascular conditions. Okay. You can write it outside also. It doesn't make any bad. It's not wrong. Okay. You can write it here. Like some people write like this. Just give me a minute. They write it like this. Let me show you. So here they will write like here reproductive health conditions. Okay. Then next you can write it like here neuropsychiatric and all. Then here you can write your injuries. Okay. Here you can write your cardiovascular conditions, etc. So this way you can also write the names, or you can write it inside the bar graph also, outside the bar graph also. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there's no standard way. Whichever way you like, you can write it. Now next move to Respiratory condition is 4.1. So I think you will be able to draw it now.
Yes, ma'am.
4.1. Okay, let me just complete this question. 4.1 means this is your 4, so something just greater than 4, a bit here from here to here somewhere. Okay, so use your scale properly. And the next is 22, other causes. So this one is your respiratory conditions. Okay, other causes 22. So 22 is, you can mark on the graph. This is your 22, so it's going to come here. Yeah, 2 blocks from here, move from here to here. So that's, draw it like this. So this one is your other causes. Please quickly complete it, then I'll come to the next part. Done, all of you? Mridula, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Hamna?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, done.
Okay, Miraj, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So very important thing to note in the bar graph is, so let us just revise. So important thing is it should have equal width everywhere. Okay, so use similar width for every bar graph. Then leave equal intervals in between, equal space in between. All right. Always mention what you are plotting on the vertical axis and what you are plotting on the horizontal axis. So always use the numbers, like which the numbers are given. So plot them on the vertical axis. Please remember. And what are the parameters they are given? Put them on the horizontal axis. Okay, right? And very, very important is always mention your scale. So which scale you are using. This is your scale. Please mention it always. Now come to second part. So which condition is the major cause of women's ill health and death worldwide? So which is the major condition here? If you look at the bar graph, which is the highest one?
Ma'am, reproductive health conditions.
Yes, Miraj. So the maximum height is of this one, reproductive health conditions. Second, so write in the second part that reproductive health conditions, I'm just writing it here. Reproductive health conditions, write it completely, is the major cause of women's health, women's ill health and death worldwide. So just use the same language as given in the question. Fine.
Yes.
Okay, third part. Try to find out with the help of your teacher any 2 factors which play a major role in the major cause. So reproductive health condition is the major cause. So what do you think are the major factors? Now you people can also think and tell me, why do you think this is the, this contributes the highest value in the death of the women? Say something.
Can you repeat?
So, okay. So the second part, he's asking that which is the major cause. Okay. Now you have seen that the major cause of death and poor health in women is the reproductive health conditions. I mean, they have a poor reproductive health condition. So he's asking in the question that why do you think this is the highest cause? What can be the factors? Can you just think of any two factors? Why do you think this is the highest cause? Yes, Hamna, Mridula.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, why do you think this? I mean, because of these issues, highest number of, I mean, this is the major contribution towards the death of the woman. So why do you think so? Why does it happen?
Pollution.
Hmm? Okay, nobody will speak. Yeah, because there are many reasons, right? First of
Ma'am,
all,
ma'am, the women's living in the villages, they
Hmm.
did not have any uh, uh, medical care,
Hmm.
hospitals, and
Hmm.
they did not have the proper sanitations,
Hmm.
and they did not have any clean environment.
Exactly. Yes, there can be many issues. There are many factors. First of all, in our society, the health of the woman is not given very importance. You know, they are neglected. I mean, the males eat first of all in the family. After that, the females are there who eat up and everything. So they are not given priority. Their health is not given priority. Then they have poor hygienic conditions. They don't have proper healthcare facilities. Somewhere the government, etc., is also responsible. So there are various factors. Okay, let's move to question number 2. This is complete. Fine. The following data on the number of girls to the nearest 10. Okay. So they have just rounded up to 10 figures per 1,000 boys in different sections of Indian society is given below. So schedule caste 940. So this means that if the number of boys are 1,000, then the number of girls are 940 in schedule caste, right? Okay, understood the data? So it is given as compared to 1,000 boys, how many is the number of girls? So in different sections of the society, it is given. So scheduled caste 940, scheduled tribes 970, non-SC, ST, then backward districts, non-backward district, and rural and urban. Now represent the information above by bar graph. So it's simple. Just a minute. Again, I must use a grid. This time I'll draw it very quickly. Then now you have understood. Please, you can do the fair work later on. Just draw it rough on your copy quickly. Okay. You can use the graph paper later on. Please use your rough copy to mark it first of all. So let's have one axis, vertical axis, and then one horizontal axis. Okay. Now, so the parameters you're going to write here. So this time it is given to you sections of society. Sections are given, and here on the left hand side vertical axis it is given number of girls per 1,000 boys. Okay. Now you can see that the range of the data is from minimum is 910 and it is going till 970. So you need values up to 1,000, right?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah, so at least 1,000 should come on the vertical axis. So how you are going to draw it? So how much difference you should take? Let's say this is 0 and this is the next interval you are taking. Okay, 1 unit. So what should be the value of 1 unit in this case? Can I take my 1 unit as 100? Fine. Right?
Yes.
So if I take 1 unit, so scale, which scale I'm using, that 1 unit is equal to 100. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the scale I'm using. So just mark your values. So this is 100. Next will be 200, then 300, 400, 500, 600. Then here you have 700, then 800, 900 and 1000. Okay, fine. So just leave the first blocks and start from here to here. So this is the base of my first bar graph. Now first is schedule cast SC, which is 940. So just you have to look between 900 and 1000 this time. So this is middle point is 950 and somewhere below it, this one is going to be your 940. So from here to here. So when you will draw it on the graph paper, you can clearly see which is 940. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm just drawing it with the help of my pen itself. So next is, okay, so this is right here, SC, right? Complete schedule cast, which is SC. Okay, I'm just writing it, otherwise you'll not write. Schedule cast, okay, SC. Fine. Next is 970. So 970 will be something, let's say here, from here, use your graph paper and just use the scale to draw these lines. So the next is going to be your scheduled tribe, which is ST. Okay. Next, non-SC/ST is 920. So again, this is your 900. So a little bit higher than 900, somewhere here, 920. So this time draw it carefully because you have very close values this time, isn't it? So values are all around 900. So this is non-SC/ST. Next, backward district 950. 950 is exactly the middle point. Okay, so from here to here, this is your backward districts. All right, next non-backward district 920. So again, 920 is from here to here something. I don't have a graph paper. That is why I'm just not able to mark properly. So this is non-backward districts. 920. Again, then you have rural 930. So something here is your rural. And then you have urban 910. So I'm just a bit above 900 is your 910. So this is your rural. And this is your urban. So very close height is there for every bar here. Urban. Quickly draw it. Please draw rough this time. You can make use of graph paper later. Let us complete the question. So the first part we have done, we have represented. In the classroom, discuss what conclusions can be arrived from the graph. Okay, so who will tell me? Please make one conclusion from this graph. Okay, which bar has the highest height here?
Scheduled tribe.
Scheduled tribe. Okay, good. So for one conclusion we can write is that maximum number of girls per 1,000 boys is in scheduled tribes. Can we write it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So maximum number of girls per 1,000 boys is in scheduled tribe. ST. Any other conclusion? Can you give me? You have written the maximum. You can also write the minimum similarly. Which is the minimum?
Ma'am, urban.
910.
Yeah. So which is what's the name of the section?
Urban.
Urban. Yes. So the second conclusion I'm writing here. So minimum, okay, this time you write minimum exactly the same sentence, but minimum number of girls per 1,000 boys is in urban. Any other conclusion? Can you draw? Urban section, you can write. Urban section, okay. Yes, any other conclusion? Okay. Look here, the height of the urban is lower than the height of the rural. Can you see this on your graph?
Yes.
Yes, so that means the number of girls per 1,000 boys is less in urban areas as compared to rural areas, isn't it? So
Yes,
between
ma'am.
urban and rural also you can draw one conclusion. So you can write that a number of girls per 1,000 boys is more in rural than in urban. So in rural it is more. So I mean, or other, so you can, so I think these three conclusions are enough. So isn't this data strange? So usually we believe that it is the rural people who kill the girls and all, but the data is showing that even the rural areas have more number of girls as compared to urban, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and this is the real data. This is what actually happens. Let's move to next question. Written.
No.
Please don't forget to mention your scale. This is very important. 1 unit is equal to 100. Otherwise, you will lose your marks. Okay, I'm going to the next question now. Question number 3. Done, all of you?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's move to the next question. So given below are the seats won by different political parties in the polling outcome of an state assembly election. So political parties A, B, C, D, E, and F, and the seats won. So draw a bar graph to represent the polling results. So again, all right, so I'm using a bigger grid this time. Let's say this is my left. I'm drawing it very roughly, but you draw it properly in your graph. Okay. So as I told you, the political party will come on the horizontal axis. So you have political parties here, and the numbers are going to come on the vertical. So seats won will be on the vertical. Now you can see the range of the data. What is the range of the data? Lowest you can see 10 and highest you can see 75. So at least you need values up to 80, isn't it?
I
Yes, all
guess.
of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me draw a proper line here. Okay. So 80 means if I put my 0 here, can I take an interval of 10, 20, right? 30. So this time, how much is my 1 unit from here to here?
Ma'am, 10 seats.
Yes, 10 seats. So 1 unit is equal to 10 seats. So this is my scale. Okay, and so next is your 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. So up till 80 at least you need. So start drawing. So first is party A, 75. So 75 is going to come here in the middle of 70 and 80, right? So this is my first graph, and this is your party A. So this time I'm writing it here, okay? Party A. Now let's make party B. So from here to here is my party B. It is 55. 55 is here from here to here. Okay. Next is C. 37. Now look carefully. So between 30 and 40, you have 10 divisions. So just see which is your 37. So I think somewhere here to here, you are going to get it. Okay, next is my party D, which is 29. So just below 30 here. E is only 10. Okay, then F is 37. So again, 30. Sorry, D is how much? 29. Okay. 37 is again equal to F. They both have same. So this is your bar graph. Done, all of you? Now second part. Which political party won the maximum number of seats? So which of them won the maximum number of seats? Yes, Mridula.
A.
Which one? A, because height is maximum. So just write second part, party A won the maximum number of seats. Don't write it on the graph. I mean, below the graph, you have to write your second part. On the graph, you have to mention this only. 1 unit is equal to 10 seats. Quickly finish it. Done, all of you? Mridula, done? Hamna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Okay, done. So, okay, this chapter is over. The next chapter we are going to do is quadrilateral. So we have 10 minutes. We can just have an introduction. So you don't